sure. Again, it's very similar to this one, how we did a miter line, and it's very similar to the oblique cone that we've done here. So basically cutting, mitering it, putting it together. This one is a little bit different, how we come up with that miter line, but in the same, it's pretty close. This one was the same, I might have just explained it a little bit different. So, but anyway, they're basically the same. Let's go ahead and have a look here. So we're 120 degrees for each one for 360 degrees, and we're 60 degrees here. So 120 for the height, and then coming over here, we got 69.3. So the how-to has a little more information on the height here and the overall. Just a little less math for you, a little less laying out. So it's a lot easier when you have some bigger dimensions to work by. So let's go ahead and double check, make sure what we have here. So we're 100 for our diameter, off center, coming over, we're 139, we're 240 for the height. I've just gone to the center of the page, pretty close to center, and we're 50 up. So keeping it real close down below here, because we do come off the page for the apex here. And this will work for that. So it's pretty close. Okay, so we have our front view and our top view that we're going to be looking at. The most important one with this is going to be our element lines that cross our miter line. So our miter line, 3060, double 60 is 120. That's our miter line. So 120 for each one. So this is kind of the most important line right here, as this then becomes our miter line. So every time one of these true lengths comes across this miter line, we need to bring it up until it hits an element line and come over to a true length. So realistically, we don't need to do number 3, 2, or 1 because they don't cross the miter line. So these ones will just be true lengths from here. So those ones work easy. This one here where this one crosses, the one on center, number 4, we'll have to bring up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these on, and then we'll number these. So off. We'll bring those up in just a moment here. Okay, so where these cross, we need to bring these up and then bring them over. I guess actually maybe even before we do this, we should bring up our true lengths. Then we have those. Well, let's go ahead and bring up the true length. One there. We'll go for 2. Right here. Let's arc that up. We're going to need these for 4, 5, and 6 over on the other side. There's 3. You can always grab those after, but may as well do them all right now. There's 4. Oh, I have to make this a little bigger. And 6. So let's go ahead and number these. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's go ahead and bring these true lengths all the way to the top, because we can't do much with them until we bring these up. fingers there. Fingers in the way. I'll rub those out. So we're just bringing up the true lengths here. And realistically, all I need to bring these true lengths up for the top. So I haven't put the top on yet, but we'll put the top on. What's the height for the top? 120. Go, there's the top. Let's rub out a couple fingerprints here. Okay, so number 4 here, as it hit number 3 on this miter line right here, we're going to bring this up until we hit the number 4 element line, and we're going to come over to the true length, and that will be the distance. This is where different colors sometimes helps. So right there, because that's where it hits on center, right there on the top view. From there, and then we'll bring that over. Number 5, where it hits the miter line, we're going to call this the miter line here. We're going to bring it up to number 5. So right on the miter line, coming up to the element line. And we'll bring that over in just a moment. Number 6, where it hits, we'll bring that up to that blue element line right there. Number 7 is on center, so number 7 will be right here. So I guess we could bring, there's the center line, because as this comes in and it curves and it comes in. So looking at this pattern here, you can see where that comes across and then it's going to come down in. So you can just see how it crotches in there. It's like that. So that's what's happening up here at number 7. So we've just created those, that shape. And then from there, I think we're really just ready to go. So we've got all our true lengths here. So we got 1, 2, 3 is here. Away we go. So we will need number 7, just like the last one, because we will have to create the cut pattern, the bend. So let's go ahead and we'll do 7, 6, and 4. Yeah, we need all those, plus we need the top ones as well. So, okay, you're gonna need a longer pair of dividers for this one. There's 7. Sharpen the point of these a little more. Again, this is the true length line. have to double these numbers up here after. X4. -3. And these are the 1, 2, and 3. There is no cut on these ones. They do not cross the miter line. Okay, we'll do some simple math here. Same thing as last time. We're just doing the 100 times pi. Divide by 2. All we need is a half pattern for this one. And we need an arc length from each 30 degree. Okay, so starting at number 1, and we'll go on over. So set your dividers at the 26.18. We'll start at number 1. We'll go to 2. And then we'll just work our way along. These will set our element lines. There. Those will go all the way to the top. We had to do that down below so we can get our proper stretch out. So if you measure it along this curved line, you will get the 157. Okay. Now for this, we need to bring over the other lines as well, which we have not done yet. So this was number 4. So where 4 came up and hit, it's got to come over. So this number 4 here has to come over. And that's the true length for 4 right there. So we're number 4 cross the 3 miter. It comes up to the center element line, comes over horizontally, and then that is the length at that height, at that cut, because the cut's coming over. 5 will do the same. We'll come over. Just going to put a little dot there to help see it a little better. And then again with the 6, when it comes up over, hits the blue line, and it's right here. Just going to put a little dot there so I don't miss it. And then let's go ahead and put those on. So also let's number these. So I'm going to work this way. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So number 1 will be down here with number 7. It's just I kept the numbers the same going that way. That's fine. So for here, we're going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll populate these. So the cut will come here, come up, and then go that direction. Okay, there's double check, make sure there's 4 right there. Bring this in for 5. And 7's a little longer because it goes down to center. 7. All right, a little bit of snaking to do there. Okay. I wonder if I should do the top. Maybe I'll do the top first. It might be a little easier. I'll snake all at the same time. How about we do that? Save the trips to the snake. And so number 1. And again, these are just the true length lines here. Okay, not center, the one beside center there, the other number 4, true lengths. The ones that I had from 1, 2, and 3 were my true length element lines. Pretty close for this one. Almost over top one another. And number 7 at the end there. There's the shape at the top. Okay, now the snake here. Grabbing the pencil side of the snake. Again, we can snake the whole bottom in because that'll be our cut line anyway. Okay. And then where it hits 3 is where we come up. So a bit of a distance from 4 to 3, but we'll do our best to keep that shape. There we go. So this will be our first burn line. And then after we form it up, we'll burn it here. Okay, so we'll be able to use a round template as a sweep for the bottom here. That'll work. And then same with the top, it'll be a round. So it's a little funny to bend, but it works. You just have to make sure to keep your bend template in there at the correct angle to what you're bending at. And as it starts to come around, as you bend it, it starts to make shape. The biggest thing here is you get a fresh bend every time. Just like a regular cone. Getting that machine set up. Once it's set, then you're just bumping through. We got a shear line here and here. We got a shear line here and here. Number 4 is our center line. A couple quarter marks. Getting a little quicker at this now, aren't we? Let's get your name on here. get your date on here. This is a 3-way. It's supposed to be a 3. Cone. Last but not least, 12. This is a half pattern. I could not have done a quarter pattern or a 1/8 pattern with this. So we got a half pattern there, and again, just working through the sheet. Bend lines. So here, so we'll form 2. Diameter. So arrow directions, this one here you just have to measure here. We'll leave that off for now. Quarter marks, burn lines, sheet, you know, it should be straight. They should be singular. Should look just like that. That's what we're looking to hand in. That is the last one. And again, like I said, even if you took the full pattern that's up there, you can print that off. You can cut that out, and you can build one of these. And that's what you could do to all the full patterns. All the full patterns you can print, cut, and see how they form together. Put some tape on there, and then you have 12 of these, and you know what they look like in a 3D form versus something that's flat. Okay, and the how-to's good, so work with the how-to there as well. And with all that there, should be able to get something together looking like that. So next step would be to do something large. Some 3/8 or half-inch plate would be fun. And a great big old project like that. That'd be a fun project to be on. Okay, thank you.